Okay, the Bellingham real estate market feels a little bit weird right now, and it's a tale of two markets. Why are some homes in Bellingham selling in the first 7 days, while others sit on the market month after month after month? Right? We're seeing these two completely different markets in Bellingham, and depending on which one you're in, could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. I broke it down today with some numbers, and I wanted to share some thoughts about what's going on, how to deal with it, and how successful sellers and buyers are making things happen in today's market. Observation number one, I am seeing, so it's middle of July 2026 right now. I looked over the last 90 days in the Bellingham real estate market, just looking at residential houses. Now, when I look at that, the number of homes that actually sold in the first week on market was about 42% of homes. Of the homes that sold, 42% of them listed, accepted an offer in the first week. That's great news for some sellers. While the rest of the market, if you didn't sell in the first week in Bellingham, average days on market was 74 days. Well, it tells me a couple things. If I'm a seller, I'm thinking about how do I get in that first group? How do I make sure that I plan appropriately, prep appropriately, and price it right to be able to be in that first group, maximize my resale? If I'm a buyer, I'm probably thinking, gosh, if you're on the market longer than the first week, there might be some decent deals out there, might be opportunities. But that's what we're seeing, right, in our Bellingham market. Now, when I look at what else do I see out of those numbers? Now, in the last month in Bellingham, this one is interesting. About 100 houses went under contract. Of those 100 homes, about 30 of them fell out of contract. Ooh. That doesn't feel good. We go through all of this trouble and effort and energy to get an offer and bring everybody together just to fall apart. About a third of deals that go under contract, falling apart. The interesting thing, when I start peeling back the onion and looking at, well, what about the homes that fell apart? Did those pend in the first week? I didn't find one home over the last month that fell apart, the deal terminated, that went under contract the first week. Again, making me look at that. If I am a seller, I am trying to do everything possible to prep right now. Buyers are pickier than they ever have been, and getting my home ready to get the best possible offer in the first week and not have to deal with what happens if we don't get an offer. So here's the thing. If I'm sitting here thinking I have to make a move, I want to get a few thoughts here. I want to get real clear on why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because let's be honest, guys, selling a home, buying a home, we're not doing it because it's fun. It's not fun to put your home on the market. It's not fun to go shopping for a home. Shopping's kind of fun, actually, but it's not fun once you get in the nitty gritty and then it's hurry up and wait, or it's wait to see if there's a problem. Let's wait to see if we can get through this inspection, this negotiation. If I'm a seller, right now, I want to make sure that preparation is key. I want to make sure I'm really analyzing the other properties that have sold and price a property right. Making sure that my marketing is spot on, that there's no opportunity and minimal opportunity for buyers to want to come back in and maybe renegotiate. If I'm a seller, I'm thinking pre-inspection. I would ask this question: do I want to decide any maintenance, any repairs, who is going to do the work, or am I going to leave it to a buyer to decide which vendor that they want to use for a repair? Okay, in the Bellingham market, what do we know? We know that if we do the right preparation, if we price it right, if the marketing is great, we're going to get buyers in the first week. We have a 40% chance of getting a buyer in the first week. Now, if we don't, 60% of homes are still selling, just takes a little bit longer. We might need to do some price adjustments. So here's what I would do in today's market. I would make sure that I'm turning over every single stone in terms of preparation. Do we need to look at things like the roof, the attic, the crawl space? Is there any paint touch-ups? Is there cleaning things we need to do? I want to make sure to remove all the obstacles or objections buyers are going to have. And I would manage my expectations. Even the best houses today aren't selling in the first week. 60% of them do take a little bit longer, and you can still sell your property. The reality is buyers are out there looking. That's the good news. They're just a little bit more picky than they have been. So if you're thinking about selling your home, don't just ask, what's my home worth? Ask, how do I make sure I'm in the first market instead of the second one? Right? That's the conversation worth having. So if you're interested as to what that looks like for you, reach out. Because my team and I, we'd love to be your real estate resource of choice for this move or any family or friends thinking about your real estate plans. Thanks for watching. Share it with somebody that needs to see it, and we'll talk soon.